98 stunt double.
He
So
is ready
he's
to
very
go.
shy.
I'm so glad to see Gary. You both can have a seat and join us here. Please, it's wonderful. We just had a small gathering for you. Just a couple of folks wanted to come out and say hi to you.
Good morning, everybody. How many are we?
Boy, I think we are probably nearing 5,000 here, at
That's a
least.
lot.
Yeah.
I'm outnumbered then.
No, because they're all on your side. They are all on your side, my dear. It's wonderful to have you.
Do you have my back or are you on my side?
I think they've got you covered completely. These are the best seats in the house. They had some of the worst seats, I guess, as I understand. Is that correct? Where you guys had some pretty bad seats? And then you came up and you got the best seats in the house. So now they get to see you up close and personal.
Getting the worst seats, you got the best seats?
Yeah. Everybody's like,
Wow.
no, I'm
That's
just gonna sit
probably Zen in some way that I don't know.
Now, what's Gary got there? Vodka?
He's had too much to drink already, but
It's an early morning for him. You gotta
he
show-
has that special effect tongue situation. Gary's tongue is probably twice too big for Gary's mouth. But it can always be of some use somewhere, don't you think?
Oh my goodness, he is wonderful.
Actually, JJ sent me oh, I love you so much. I'll see you later. JJ got Gary a tongue in mouth box of, medicine that has been putting dogs' tongues in mouths since
Really?
1977.
Really? Does it
It's
work?
in my room. I haven't tried it out yet. I just have it as decor. It's hard. I have to explain it to people.
Do you want to
why
try it on me first?
1977.
I'll try it first. and
Okay,
see how
you got
works.
it. I'll
And then
have
if
it
works on
brought
me,
in.
then you can use it on Gary.
But it hasn't worked, I don't think, so far.
Let me ask
If you can imagine how much it wasn't in his mouth, if that's in.
So, Carrie, I got to ask you, you were with me on the main stage at Celebration 6 a few years ago, and I'm wondering if you missed me because you and I had quite a good time. I don't know if you remember, we ended the show. Do you guys have a picture of, yeah, there's, that was good times, right? It was fun times.
I don't remember that at all.
I have no recollection. Okay. So I got to ask you, have you been working on anything fun lately?
That depends what you mean by fun. Yeah, we had a really good time. I was away for a long time because I stayed in the
Yeah.
middle parts. Gary was there.
Yeah.
I don't think JJ was always glad to see you.
How could he not be? It was great to see you all up here yesterday, though. How many folks were here yesterday?
Is that where we are? We were here yesterday? This is the
Yes,
same. I get
that's-
very confused.
This is the same spot, and that was a pretty magical moment for all of us. Was that pretty wild to get that reaction still after all this time, and to see this new stuff that we're all
I hear
digesting?
they've been breaking it down on the internet,
Yes.
what each frame means.
Yes.
So someone is going to have to explain it to me later. What does it mean?
Yeah. And which set of hands was your set of hands then? Was it the ones that were taken?
I have to look again. The
Yeah.
most lovely set, dainty and the older set.
No, not at all.
Vintage hands.
Well,
No, they keep calling us. What do they call us? No, what is that thing? Vintage, no, it's not vintage, it's legacy!
Classic.
We are the legacy players. Shine on, August. There's something a little ominous and wilted about the legacy players, but we're going to bring that word to life.
bringing it back, man. Absolutely. Now, how do you deal with all these spoilers? That everybody wants to know everything. What are your thoughts on that? How do you handle that?
I am so bad at that it had to keep me at home. Because I didn't understand how many things were spoilers.
Yeah.
I didn't understand initially how far afield it was not possible to get. If you whispered something about something to do with not Star Wars, but a cousin of Star Wars, and you were in Calgary, It would be on the internet, main stage by the,
And it's covered by a
10 minutes later.
document saying clearly you cannot mention.
And they had contacted me from the beginning saying you gave up something that I said I wasn't allowed to say. No, I had told someone I would be away for 6 months. Now
That
that's
could have meant
not-
anything. That could have been anything.
so they told, and I haven't spoken to them since, I can't remember who it even was.
I don't know.
So
It was probably
I
me.
was called and told that was not, I couldn't figure out what we were supposed to tell about.
Maybe we should make up some now. We could make up a new one. And so Carrie, are you going to be going away anytime soon? Or you can come up, think of something, and then we'll get the press going again on
Well,
that.
I told about Gary being DB8's,
Double.
stunt
yeah.
double. That's how he hurt his tongue. He stepped on it
Is
when
that-
we were jumping to light speed. Not that we do that.
Now, I do have... See what you did there? I do have some safe questions for The Force Awakens that will not get you or I in trouble. But I do actually wonder, and I know all of us would wonder, what were your thoughts about this trailer that we all just got to see yesterday? When you first saw it, did you think, wow, this is... Because, I mean, there's so much ground that is covered.
I'm seeing it just like you guys. though.
Okay.
It's not like I'm hanging around on the set watching
Right.
them run around and go, come here!
Exactly. But did you just see it yesterday when we saw it, or had you seen it just a little before that?
Oh yes, was I allowed to tell you?
Can now.
I saw it the night before at a restaurant. No, yeah, we were shown it at dinner, and we each had to look at it, and I'll probably get in trouble for this. Please don't tell anyone. We were shown it at with a computer, and I was the last one to see it, and I had to wear
Yeah, the headphones, yeah.
idiotic earphone thing. It was idiotic because I pointed out to them that I was wearing the earphones to watch the... Anyway, and that's all. That's when we did see it. I don't think I've divulged anything.
No, and what were your reactions? Do you think, wow, this looks pretty good, I want to see this?
I always think that whatever it is, I'm not doing it right.
Oh, yeah,
Isn't
no,
that
you do it.
sad? Well, I was brought up, I was a neglected child.
Yes.
And very, very sad child.
I was actually, that's actually going to go
No,
right
it
into
was
what I was
great. I don't see any of that stuff either, though.
Yeah, well, okay, well then good. So you're in the dark like us, and I think that's probably the best, but
I think they keep me away from stuff because they, know that I have a inadvertently big mouth, and it's represented here also.
But you mentioned something. How was it that it came to you? Now, obviously, you grew up in a house where acting was all over the place. When did you decide, oh, this is what I got to do too?
Never.
It
I
just
decided
happened.
very early on, I don't ever want to do this.
Really? Was it like, yeah, I don't want to see this. I don't want to
Well,
get part
no,
of this. or was
it's
it-
not glamorous when you look at it, and it's like, it became my ordinary, this thing that I suppose would have been extraordinary to other people. And what I saw earliest on was my mother being all dressed up, looking great, on How the West Was Won, her second time around, and she fell into a bunch of mud.
Right.
And these action, fall into the mud, cut, and everyone screamed with laughter. Now that did look good to me, but I didn't think that was her job. And then there was another time that they put her in old age makeup.
Oh, yeah.
That looked bad.
Oh.
You see, they've done that to me here. So, someone actually came up to me the other day, this little boy, and he looked up and said, "Why are you so old?" I explained to him. It took a long time, but now he's depressed. I asked him why he was so young, and we've had a very kind of...
Did he have an answer to that? Yeah.
He's very upset now. He's in therapy.
Okay, good. But now your mother is Debbie Reynolds, and we all know Debbie.
That's why she dresses like that.
You both seem to have a great relationship, though. How
We have a regular relationship, like mother and daughter relationship.
Yeah.
Because girls, is that great? Yes, sometimes it's great.
Sometimes.
But
Other
then, you know,
times-
I'm a disappointment.
Well, no, I can't see that. I
No,
can't
that's
see
not
that at
true.
all.
I do get along really, really well with
And the
her.
two of you poke fun at each other. In fact, we have a little clip that we're going to take a look at here. This is from the Golden Globes, I believe. Let's look at the screens here. You watch this one.
My favorite picture was Singing in the Rain. And of course, I had a wonderful hairdo in that picture. I know some of you may not remember this, but I did. I had a bun. At the back of my head, I had a big bun, an ugly bun at the back of my head. So I wore my daughter Carrie, who had just gotten a part in the picture, Princess Leia in Star Wars. I said, well, Carrie, be careful of any weird hairdos. So luckily, George gave her 2 buns.
Thanks, Mom.
She gave me that advice instead of telling me about the birds and the bees. In our house, it was the buns and the bees.
Now, so with all of that in mind, was there anything that compelled you to audition for Star Wars? Were you like, okay, or was this just another one of many auditions at the time?
You know, we were trying to remember all this the other day. I mean, bad memories when you get older, and you know, if you do LSD, older, bad memories. Earlier.
That's
So, not that I did, but that's what my mom told me would happen, so I didn't. And
that stands for light speed, right?
I had done one movie which was an accident, which was Shampoo, and a man was staying at our house, and he said, "Come with me to work today." And I went with him, this is teach you a lesson. Come with me to work, and I went, and they were making Shampoo, and I became Lee Grant's daughter.
Yeah, in the movie, yeah.
Sleeps with
Warren Beatty. Warren Beatty, boy. Yeah.
underage, everything. So there was a bad word said, and my mother, can I say a bad word, you guys? I was supposed to say, wanna, in the movie, and my mother asked Warren if I could say screw instead.
Because you were working with tools and things at the time.
That's right, we were working as a, it was a...
I gotta try to clean it up.
Well, but my mother was very much against bad language, but then as we cut to a few years later, she actually said, "That fucker said the F word to me." I apologize. If I've offended anyone, think of all the other words I've used that weren't a bad word.
That's only one. That's good. Anything for you, my dear, right?
Well, around here, the F word is for force. Okay.
So maybe we can replace it anytime now. So anytime you feel the need, just say force. Okay? Okay, good. How long was it before it became...
I want to force you. You can't force me.
You can't force her to do anything. That's not right. Stop. The force is not consent. See what happens? Give them a little and they keep going. How long did it take you to get used to being around droids and stormtroopers and Darth Vader? Oh my.
It depends on what hour of the day it was. Early in the morning, it's too early for anybody to look at anyone. But if they are made of iron and they beep and they blow up and stuff, thank God I did not drink. It did not agree with me. I substituted. But still, it feels like you feel hungover when you look at that type of creature in the morning. It seems misplaced. But then I should talk. I had that hairstyle, and it took them 2 hours to do that hairstyle. I'd come in at 5 in the morning before anyone. And they would take I would fall asleep in the chair. And
Was it
I'd
a
say,
break?
I'd go to sleep plain and I'd wake up pretty.
Wow.
Pretty weird.
Pretty weird, huh?
But it was, I had this Pat McQueen, she would do my hair for 2 hours.
And you could sleep through it though.
Well, after a while, you
Yeah.
get used to it.
Yeah, and you'd wake up with, little mustaches.
But then later on, I did, what was it called, Saturday Night Live, and
Yes.
I was playing Princess Leia for
Yes.
years. They clumped a hairpiece on it, looked exactly the same. And I was upset.
Well, television has a much bigger budget than those movies. Speaking of, two of the biggest stars, really on the planet at the time, Sir Alec Guinness and Peter Cushing. You get to work with these gentlemen. Pretty great. Was that fun? I know that you talked with Peter quite a bit, and he had great little stories, didn't he? Of just, like he would wear gloves.
I said, he worked, because he smoked.
Yes.
So he passed away soon after. No, but he was much, much older. He smoked his own roll-up cigarettes. At least I think they were cigarettes. And, no, but he would, like, he was probably in his 80s. I don't know. Probably was 50.
People were older then.
And he smelled of lavender.
Really?
And he was very royal.
Charmed.
Well, they were all Sir this and Lady
Yeah.
that.
And so would you say Sir
Well, I'm
Alec?
Princess something,
Yeah,
so I don't really have to.
You don't have to.
No, it made me very nervous. I worked with Laurence Olivier at one point, and he would say, and it would be Lord. He was Lord Olivier.
Lord.
So he encouraged us to call us L.O. Lord Olivier.
Wow.
There was no way that was going to happen.
No. Especially since it's like if you say low, he's low. He's not low. He's high. He's way up there. Now let me ask you though, with Empire Strikes Back, you come around the second time, this explosion of this film. Were things different? Did it seem different on the set instantly, or was it like, no, we're all back together having fun?
No, it was. But what's cool about it is, and I don't know how soon it told. I knew it was cool, but when you make a movie, you don't know if it's going to do well, or you hope it does, depending on the script. You know it won't, whatever. I knew the first one was going to be something that I really liked, but I did think it was unusual. But on the second one, you knew you were making a hit movie.
Yeah.
And that is unprecedented. So I suppose that's what we were doing again on this. I mean, if you all go to see it, it's a hit. So, you know what I mean, though, that it's not usual.
Yeah.
So,
It was, and then
tiptoe
Irvin Kershner directing it. Was that fun working with Irvin Kershner?
he was awesome.
Yeah.
And he was much more sort of an emotional director than,
So it was a completely different experience then, because you have this director that is going to you with all this stuff, and George was very kind of hands off. Is that correct?
Well, he was more kind of a subdued personality. I like this.
Yeah.
No, but it was, there's a saying, it's a beautiful saying, the fish stinks from the head.
Oh, yes.
And
Who
the
was it that said
director
that?
is Shakespeare.
Shakespeare said.
But it's the director that sort of runs the
show.
So
And if you're comfortable, and you look comfortable with Kirsch. Oh, where's Kirsch looking right there?
I'll tell you later.
Just lay it.
No, but we did have a really good time on it, but it went way, way over, and
Oh, yeah.
there was uncomfortable stuff. No, on the third one, people broke their legs, and it was
Really?
always different.
But fun. And then Billy D into the mix in the second one too. Was that fun working with Billy D? He'll be here Sunday. He'll be here on the stage.
Yes, he was funny, and he used to, right before he would kiss my hand or something, he'd say something incredibly filthy. So that I would, laugh. Something about the Force and it being with me. So everyone was trying to make everybody laugh. That's the easiest way to go. Kids, your parents will tell you about that later. No, but he was a lot of fun to work with.
He was, yeah. He's always a good time, and he'll be back here on Sunday. But now you filmed in London, and then you stayed at Eric Idle's house.
Yes.
There was something that happened before that big scene, Cloud City. The next day,
What?
did you stay up late at Eric Idle's house before?
there was this day, I was young. Oh, I was so young. Oh, look, I've made people leave now. I'm sorry. And we were, Eric Idle, who was in the Monty Python, who rented me his house but came back in town, so stayed at the house, and he invited us.
Yeah.
They invited the Rolling Stones over. You know how that happens?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, again? Just tell Keith not to. All right, so I called him. Rolling Stones are gonna come over there, and we had a really early call.
Yeah.
But you sort of have to, measure the
fun.
Rolling Stones early call.
Yeah.
Rolling Stones early call. Both! So, we decided on both.
Yeah.
And they're a partying bunch of guys. And I think, remember I told you I didn't really drink? Well, to be kind of amenable or whatever, I drank. And I'm not, they say Indians can't drink. It's like I used to say I'm allergic to alcohol. This would have been a demonstration of that. It's also how they describe alcoholism. But at that time, see? So, we stayed up pretty late.
Yeah, a little late.
Yeah, and Charlie, that one, he doesn't have a lot of facial expressions.
No.
He's like the Darth Vader of the Stones. And, I don't know, we stayed up really late, and then we got to the set about 2 hours later. And we weren't hungover.
No.
We were still
happy.
in our
We'll
cups.
just say happy, yeah.
So if you watch the movie, you can see that it's one of the few times Harrison and I are smiling as we arrive in Cloud City. Doesn't that sound like a euphemism?
Hey,
So
you.
the next morning we arrived in Cloud City, where they forced us to go by the Stones. So that was it. And you can see it in the movie.
Hey, you, get off my cloud has a whole new meaning now, doesn't it?
I'm gonna get in trouble. Oh, at least I'm telling you bad things from before and not secret.
Not yet, now it was all good. That's right.
Okay,
That's
so
good.
those are the choices. Bad secret, bad secret.
It's life lessons.
Cloud City, Rolling Stones. All of it!
Life lessons. But, okay, so for over 3 decades, it's still the focus of wonderful parodies, though. There's all sorts of parodies, all this stuff. I know you've seen them all, but they may not have seen them all. And let's take a look at this one. It's one of our favorites here at Celebration.
Fun, nasty type things.
No.
Come on, you gotta have one.
Okay. Did you ever see Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene with Jabba the Hutt? Well, Jabba had as his prisoner Princess Leia. Princess Leia was wearing this gold bikini thing. It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
I actually never saw that.
Really? Oh, good. I'm glad we can share
So
that.
show me all of them.
Sure. That's, I think, what we're saying right with this picture.
I never knew this thing was going to be endlessly like this.
Okay, but so in Jedi though, you helped save the day, you killed a giant slug, you got the guy, you find out you got a brother. Did it feel like a good ending to this whole Star Wars trilogy at the time? Did you feel like, okay, I can end these movies now with Jedi, with Return of the Jedi?
I wasn't in that mood of like, okay, this is it. I'm sick of this now.
Well, no, not like you're sick of it, but like, yes, we accomplished, we rounded the story
Been
off.
there, done that.
No, like it was a good happy ending. Did you like how that all kind of came together?
I don't like endings.
You
of
don't?
Fun.
Really?
Not of fun.
No, not a fun.
And
So
it was
all
fun. It was a lot of fun.
But guess what? You came back and did more.
So see, the fun never stops.
never stops with
Here
you.
in Alderaan.
Well, the Emperor tried to put a stop to the fun on Alderaan, didn't he? That was no fun. He tried, but he couldn't do it.
That
Okay.
Sarlacc pit,
Okay.
they weren't going to do that anymore.
But getting that whole band back together, that must have felt pretty good. Coming back together here. Has it been about a year that you were filming all of this now? Yeah, you can just nod. I know because it's like we don't want to cross over in anything here. But good times. You saw all the friends. Just nod. It's good. It's good. We covered it.
It was like a camp reunion.
Yeah.
There was one time, no, I can't do this. See, I
No,
have
it's
like
okay. Hey, what I'm thinking is, I got one other one to show you, because you had quite the reputation for giving some kisses in these films. And we've put together a little montage.
See, he's Jabba. Oh my God, I just realized it.
He is.
My realization came with you guys. Thank you for that. The only character that required two people to play his tongue. I just needed one.
Gary has got it. Speaking of wet kisses, let's take a look at the screen one more time. Check this one out.
My God, I didn't realize
Right?
that.
I never thought that you kissed that many guys.
I was quite the space slut. But they look pretty good.
Oh, look at this one though.
Well, you can have really bad screen kissing and stuff. That doesn't look good. That looks like you won a contest.
That looks like some of the lines
He
out
was a
here.
really sweet guy, though.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Did you call him the next day? I'm sure. Okay. Hey, Karen, do you mind if we take some questions from the audience?
No, I want that.
Okay, then let's do it. Let's take some questions from the council.
And now, questions from the council.
Okay, where is Elliot? Where is Elliot and Mark?
Elliot!
Elliot. They're running out?
Yes, we're right here. I knocked over an entire tray of glasses backstage getting here.
Okay. Elliot, who do you got for us?
Right here.
Okay.
What's your name?
Heather,
Heather.
if you could meet your mom, what would you say to her in the movie?
If I could...
Oh, if you could meet Padme.
Natalie.
Natalie. In the movies, what would you say to her?
I wished I looked more like you.
I think you're doing quite well on your own, my friend.
I'm okay.
You're all right.
Well, I did meet her. I have only met Natalie once, and she asked me to give her an award.
Really?
And her agent was my child father, I think. And so in Hollywood, that's like being related.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
that's how we met.
In fact, my agent had lunch in a place where your agent once ate, and so we're kind of...
With Natalie Portman.
Yes, exactly right. So good. All right, and we've got Daniel over here. Mark and Daniel over here. Mark, what do you got?
I have Elot. Elot, what's your question?
Terry, first of all, I'm a huge fan, 30-year veteran. And I wanted to ask you, of all the scenes from the original three, which one is your favorite?
What?
Of all the scenes, screw the mic, of all the scenes of the original
all the scenes.
All the scenes from the original movie.
Which one is your favorite?
From the first movie.
Diane, stop.
Wait, now I forget the question. Kissing, more kissing.
From all the scenes of all the movies.
All the movies, what's your favorite
All the
scene?
movies.
But I
What's
have to
your
be in
favorite?
them. Was my favorite scene that I was in?
Any of the scenes.
Or any of them? Wow, that's a hard question because I liked a lot of them.
Sure.
You were in.
Okay, this is so complex.
This is.
I like jumping to Lightspeed, but I wasn't there, that's why I like it. No, but I like that kind of stuff. I'm still trying to jump to Lightspeed, even now.
I think you did
But
just
I was
then.
in. See, I'm gonna think about that for like an hour.
We'll think about that and come back.
Yeah, no, I have to think about
We'll have a
that.
second date with the princess next hour. You all come back. She'll answer the question. But for now, let's do another one. You want to do another question and think about it?
I think probably one of the scenes where I said something awful to Harrison. And I think other people like that, they're scruffy-looking nerf herders.
Excellent. Well, Gary, let's go back to the couch and let's get another. Hey, I have a question for you. Have you seen my shoes, Gary? You see my shoes? These were designed by an artist by the name of Joe Hogan, and they are Princess Leia shoes. They're one of a kind.
Buy them?
No, these were made just for me. But I'm wondering, as the host, I never do this, but Thank you. Thank you so much. It was a phony full of memory. We topped it.
Star Wars.
Gary, isn't this exciting? He's excited. He's jealous. Do we have time for one more question? Let's do it. Where are you, Elliot?
I have Joshua from Boston.
We've become very casual. We're just on the floor now. This is it.
Hey, Gary, what's up? So I did a play, and I was asked to come up on Broadway. It's a play called Wishful Drinking a couple years back, and I was promised a picture, which I never got.
Wow.
So I was wondering if I may still grab a picture with you to try to make up for that a couple years back. Yeah, cool, thank you.
What are you going to say right now at this point anyways? Right, let's do it. Okay.
Give me a very forceful shot.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Okay.
Where are you? Okay.
We're putting you, making you do all this stuff. Come on. Oh, here he comes.
I'm taking a video.
Oh. Yeah. Yes, I agree, Gary. I agree. Yeah, Smiles, everybody. There we go. Get Gary in it too. Ladies and gentlemen.